Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Hannah Dennis, and we're going to have another cooler night outside tonight, but those 80s are going to be returning this week, and we do have severe storms back in the forecast, so it is time to be weather aware again. But first, let's take a look at the tropics real quick, because this is a major hurricane now. This is Major Hurricane Beryl right here, out in the Atlantic, and this is now a Category 4 storm. In fact, this is the earliest on record that we have seen a Category 4 storm in the Atlantic, and it is going to be a Category 4 as it's approaching the Windward Islands, and it is set to be a major hurricane even as it's reaching Jamaica. But you can see that it is going to slowly make its way to the Gulf, but right now it looks like it may not impact the U.S., which is good. But for the most part, this is a very dangerous hurricane, and this is another record-breaking weather thing that we have had this year. We've seen so much historic things happening with weather, not just in the state of Iowa, but across the world. So this is just yet another one to put on the list. But back here at home, we're going to have storms of our own. You can see that our rain chances do increase Monday going into Tuesday. Small break on Wednesday. Thursday looks like we could be seeing some storms. Friday it starts to taper off. Then we'll get another break Saturday, but it looks like it returns on Sunday. So we don't have really too many days that we're going to be dry, which could be causing us a little bit of an issue with our ongoing flooding problem. Now, taking a look at Futurecast going from 7 p.m. tonight all the way through Monday, those clouds are going to build back in. We could see off and on showers throughout the day on Monday. This is looking at 6 p.m. on Monday. You can see those showers are across the state. However, things start to change as we go into Tuesday. This is looking at midnight on Tuesday. You can already see the northern part of the state is seeing those clusters of storms. As we go into 3 a.m. on Tuesday, they get to see another cluster of storms, and unfortunately you can see that the northern part of the state looks like they're going to see a lot of rain, and that is something they really don't need. That's where the major floods are happening in the state. But as we go on throughout Tuesday at 8 a.m., they do turn into showers, and we'll get a little bit of off and on showers throughout the day, but then the most concerning weather setup is starting to happen going into Tuesday late afternoon into the evening hours. 4 p.m. you can see that there is a line of storms that is starting to enter the state. As we go into those evening hours, 6 p.m., that's when it's hitting much of Iowa, and these look like they have the potential to be strong to severe. So we want to be weather aware definitely going into Tuesday with this weather setup. Now, as we go into the later hours, getting close to those night hours, 9 p.m., it is still within the state of Iowa, and it'll slowly make its way out as we get into Wednesday, and those clouds will clear. So we just have to get past Monday and Tuesday before we see another fairly nice day. Now, severe outlook shows that we do have the potential to see those severe storms on Monday. There's a slight risk, level 1 risk right here in much of the state. Level 2 risk is out towards the western part of the state, but for Monday, these will be isolated events if they end up popping up, and those main threats are going to be wind and hail and of course flooding because of all those problems we already have. Tuesday, however, that's where things take a little bit of a turn. You can see much of the state is under that level 2 risk, and we have all hazards possible: high winds, large hail, even tornadoes, along with the flooding. So this is a day that we definitely need to be weather aware and make sure you are keeping tabs on the weather going into Tuesday, because it could turn strong to severe very quickly. Now, here is another look at the excessive rainfall that we are going to be getting here in the state of Iowa. Unfortunately, that slight risk covers all of northern Iowa. They don't need that rain. In fact, our entire state doesn't really need this rain, but they are going to be seeing high totals of rain. Then we go into Tuesday, almost the entire state is under that slight risk for excessive rainfall on Tuesday. So we are going to be seeing a lot of rain between Monday and Tuesday. In fact, between Monday all the way into Thursday, here are some totals that we could possibly be seeing. You can see that all of the state is going to see something, but unfortunately those higher rain totals look like they're going to be hitting the north. You can see almost 4 inches in Fort Dodge and Mason City, but this is going to be dependent on if there's storms that come through do drop those heavier amounts of rain, and if it drops even more rain than expected, we could see these totals get even higher. So heavy rain and flooding is going to be possible going into Monday and Tuesday, so you need to really keep an eye on that. However, the humidity is going to be down on Monday. That's going to be our last day that we're going to be in that comfortable zone before we see that humidity start to rise, and it looks like we're going to have a few muggy days. Tuesday altogether just does not look like the day to really be outside or to have a chance to really enjoy it, because the temperature is also going to be rising on Tuesday. But tonight, we're going to have a cool night. We're getting down to 59 degrees. We will have mostly clear skies, but those clouds are going to build in late overnight going into Monday. And then Monday, the rain returns. We'll have those off and on chances, which is why we have that chance increase as we get into those later hours. And it is going to be a little bit breezy. We could see those gusts up to 30 miles an hour, and we'll get up to 74 degrees, so it'll be another cooler day, another less humid day, but that's when things start to change, unfortunately. Tuesday, we get up to the 80s, and once again, 87 degrees. That's our best chance to see some severe weather. Wednesday, we get a break. Thursday is a little bit different. We could actually see some storms in the state again, and they could increase as we get into those evening hours. So that could affect some 4th festivities that we have going on, but we are keeping an eye on that. Friday gets a little bit better, and we'll get down into those lower 80s again, and then we'll have those off and on rain and storm chances going into the weekend and the following week. But be weather aware Monday and Tuesday, because it looks like we are in for another round of severe weather.